Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes as we're getting ready to head into the weekend. A very, let's call it warm and very humid day across much of the northeast and mid-Atlantic states. Temperatures are not high, relatively speaking, certainly not as high that what we could see this time of year. But the humidity levels are very high. We've got dew points up in the upper 60s to low 70s. And while there might be an isolated shower or thunderstorm that could break out uh, this evening, and I do mean isolated, the atmosphere with all that juice in it is lacking a trigger mechanism. Now, that trigger mechanism is back through here, moving across the Ohio Valley and heading east. But that's going to come in overnight and into early Saturday morning. We have a cold front, and if you look closely at the satellite loop here, I'm going to outline the boundary of that front is just about up here through the northern lakes. Skies are mostly clear to the north and west of that, so that dry air is coming down into the northeast. The question really is for Saturday, how long is it going to take this system to move out offshore and clear the coastline and allow the cold front to push far enough south? That is the ultimate question as far as Saturday is concerned. I think it's going to be one of these instances where if you are, say, north of New York City, you're probably going to clear out relatively quickly. If you're south of New York City and south of Philadelphia, down to the Delmarva Peninsula and into Maryland and eastern Virginia, it's probably going to take a lot longer. Might not be until well into the afternoon before you get all of this to move out. And here is what it looks like on the radar. You can see there's like a couple of blips here showing up. Nothing really that stands out. It's actually a bit more active up in Maine where we have severe weather risk today. And here are the showers and thunderstorms out to the west that'll be moving through overnight into Saturday morning. And they are from western Pennsylvania down into eastern Kentucky and then run all the way back up into northern Illinois. I suspect that much of this area is going to weaken as it moves eastward, but some of it will hold together for the overnight. So here's the risk area today. Up and down East Maine, a marginal risk. We have a marginal risk across Kentucky, southernmost Indiana and Illinois, and northernmost Tennessee. Fairly large area of marginal risk in the southern mid-Atlantic and down and through the southeast, and that just kind of meanders its way through the southern plains and then on up into the northern plains, where we have again another day of risk in Montana. Virtually the whole state is under a slight risk, and into western North Dakota. The tornado risk is relatively small, just two small 2% areas showing up for today. Now tomorrow, the severe weather risk is from Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky southward through the southeast and into the Gulf states. And yet again, from Montana through North Dakota, seeing severe weather risk, which finally moves out, by the way, come Sunday into Monday as it shifts into the eastern Dakotas and Minnesota, and obviously in the northeast and back through parts of the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes. There's not going to be any thunderstorm risk at all to deal with. And as far as rainfall is concerned this coming week, generally, from central New Jersey northward into southern New England, we're talking about less than a quarter of an inch of precip. It's a little higher as you get well up into upstate New York and northern Maine. It's convectively driven. And we continue to see some rather hefty amounts being generated for the coastal Carolinas, southern Georgia, and through the Gulf states here with a fairly large area of 3 to 5 inches of total rainfall over the next week. And the rest of the country is just kind of going in this summertime mode here as far as showers and thunderstorms are concerned. No changes today. Looking at the longer range, the overall pattern remains the same. We've got this trough in the eastern part of the United States. We've got the heat ridge that is out to the west. If you watch this upper high and what happens to it in the over the next 10 days to 2 weeks, it migrates westward and kind of flattens out. You see it there. It shifts down into Arizona and Utah as another trough drops into the eastern states in the middle part of next week. Then it migrates back eastward to find its way into the plains. So it looks like there could be another one of these blistering heat waves next weekend in the plains. But The northeast and mid-Atlantic states is still in that trough position, and that's going to protect us from getting into that super hot weather. And then another trough late in the period, 2 weeks from now, dropping into the eastern part of the U.S. So it's pretty much the same story, folks. Front comes through. We get fronts coming through every 2 or 3 days. Warms up ahead of it. You get maybe that day or day and a half where temperatures head up toward 90 degrees and the humidity's high. And then you get a couple of days where the weather is actually quite nice. So the issue for tomorrow is in the morning. You can see these showers and storms moving southeast. There's a little wave on the front. We have to wait for that wave to get going. There's some showers tomorrow morning from Long Island and in New Jersey, mainly south of Route 78, down into Delaware and eastern Virginia. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's southern New Jersey on southward in a weakening area of showers, and then that continues to push to the southeast. So areas up again north of New York City, you're going to see improvement relatively quickly tomorrow morning. Areas to the south are going to take longer. This sort of decreasing clouds, increasing sun type of deal. Temperatures into the actually temperatures tomorrow upper 70s and lower 80s, and it's probably going to be cooler to the south where there'll be more clouds than it will be to the north. Sunday, a pleasant day with sunshine, upper 70s and low 80s with low humidity. We're going to hold on to the low humidity on Monday with temperatures maybe 80 to 85 in most places from northeast Virginia to southern New England. Then it gets very warm to hot on Tuesday, close to 90. Here comes another cold front with some showers and storms. A lead trough on Tuesday, and then the front actually comes through sometime on Wednesday. And then we've got another dry air mass to follow to finish off the week and to go into next weekend. So have a great rest of your day. The Joe and Joe Show will be back Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, so we hope to see you then. Have a great Friday evening and a great weekend.